spoke to Peter Kuznick, a history professor and director of the Nuclear Studies Institute at American University. I asked him about China's stance that the new sanctions have seriously damaged Sino-U.S. relations.
I'd agree, but I think that the damage to the relationship began much earlier. If you look, there's already been a trade war between the United States and China. China has been modernizing its military. The United States, its new nuclear posture review is very threatening. Earlier this year, Mattis announced that America's main international threat now is no longer global terrorism, it's Russia and China. So we've got a lot of background before this happened, and this is definitely a step in the wrong direction.
What's the ultimate goal of something like this? I mean, what do you see as the motivation?
The United States is really out to punish Russia right now. Trump himself has hesitated to do so, but everybody around him has been pushing very hard on that. And the United States does not like the fact that Russia and China are getting closer. We just had the Vostok 18 military exercises, massive military exercises, and China participated. So 300,000 Russian troops, 3,200 Chinese troops, some Mongolian troops. And what we see as in the aftermath of the United States banning China from participating in the Rim of the Pacific naval exercises. So the United States is cleaving a very dangerous path with both countries, and we're closer and closer toward confrontations. We've had near confrontations with these freedom of navigation patrols the United States is doing in the South China Sea. The Chinese have reacted very angrily to that. So there's almost nothing moving in a positive direction now between the United States, Russia, and China. But Russia and China are moving closer together. And the question is, how long is the world going to tolerate Donald Trump's antics? Clearly, Russia and China are not tolerating it.
What's your answer to that? How long will they tolerate it?
I don't know. It worries me. I mean, I look at the fact that the United States and Russia have between us 93% of the world's nuclear weapons. China's arsenal is relatively smaller, but China is perfecting, improving its military power. China, by 2020, is going to be spending $233 billion on military, which is more than all of the Western European nations combined. So this is not what the world needs right now. We don't need more conflict, more wars, more tension, and especially not a major superpower war.
But when you bring up that figure, it's still dwarfed by how much is spent here in the United States on military. What's in China's toolkit to respond to this, do you think?
Well, China has already been putting counter-sanctions or tariffs on American trade. China's going to be moving closer and closer to Russia. What you see now is a bloc emerging. China, Russia, Iran, and Russia has been reaching out diplomatically and militarily also. So the United States is not on the rise. The United States is on the decline. But it does have the power to bring the world down with it. So we've got two people now who've got veto power over the human species, and that's Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. And I certainly don't like to see Donald Trump having access to the nuclear codes, having the potential to end life on our planet. And that's where the situation we're in now.